Good morning. Welcome to the premium and public video discussion for Thursday, June 30th, 2022. I decided to combine them today because I know a lot of people are going out for the 4th of July weekend and they have questions, and I figure I'd knock everything out in one video here and also provide a preview to all of you who have not become premium members, which is fine. But if you want to see what we do every day, this is part of it. Well, first, let's talk about the tropics here as we continue to have our potential tropical cyclone festering off of the South American coast and drifting towards Central America. This is moving very quickly, and because it's moving so quickly, it hasn't had the potential or the ability to become a closed low pressure system and develop into a tropical depression or storm. There is still very much high potential as it is tracking right towards Central America to become a tropical storm, and it will cross into the Pacific. This feature is not a direct impact to the United States, but if you have any friends or family or you are going down to the Caribbean, let's say towards Central America, Jamaica, anywhere like that, over the next 48 hours, you're going to be dealing with some unsettled conditions, but this is not a major storm. Another feature that we're keeping an eye on is very close to the Texas coast. It is close to closing off in a circulation here, but it's not very well organized. Now, it could become a tropical depression before it makes landfall. The circulation's right about here. The primary concern here will be the heavy rainfall, and that is pretty much about it. So again, if you have any plans heading down towards the Texas coast, Houston, locations like that, well, you might want to bring an umbrella with you because it is going to get rather wet down there. Now, let's talk about our weather pattern closer to home. Right now, not too bad. Tranquil conditions. Temperatures range from the upper 60s to lower 70s over the interior, lower to mid 70s in your suburbs, mid to upper 70s in your urban areas, upper 70s down towards southern New Jersey, with winds are from the west-northwest around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Some locations are light and variable. Overall, not too bad of a morning at all. The weather pattern that we're going to be dealing with for this upcoming weekend is basically under the influence of the polar jet stream here. And the orientation of the polar jet stream is going to be very important in driving or not driving a cold front through the region. You see how it's kind of lining up west to east here? Well, our cold front is going to be doing the same. And when the cold front and the upper level winds start to line up in a parallel manner, that tends to mean the cold front isn't going to be moving all that much. And that can lead to unsettled conditions and the potential for training showers and thunderstorms. Now, does this mean the entire weekend is going to be a washout? No, but you're going to want to have some backup plans with these showers and thunderstorms. You can see on the latest radar here from WeatherTap, you got your high pressure and control today is setting up a rather nice day. You have a little weak trough bisecting the ridge axis. And then you have this frontal boundary here. Now, this frontal boundary is going to sink south and wait for this cold front to move through on Monday, which happens to be 4th of July. While that is happening, we're going to see a transport of warm, well, pretty much hot air building into the region. It's going to push us back into the 80s and, yes, the 90s by tomorrow afternoon, and keeping the threat for those pesky thunderstorms in place. Now, for tomorrow, they'll be isolated because the frontal boundary will remain well to our northwest. But by the time we get to this weekend, the frontal boundary starts to stall out over us, and that is where we start to end up with the potential for some heavy rainfall. On the water vapor satellite picture, you can see the pattern setting up here. This upper level low right here is going to be dropping through Ontario towards Quebec, and while doing that, the 500 millibar heights will fall over the region, and that is going to set up the environment that will be supportive for showers and thunderstorms as 500 millibar heights fall, and we start to increase the amount of PVA moving through the region. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see for now, it's pretty quiet. All the activity is well to our north and west. And we're setting up for a pretty nice day overall, setting up throughout the region. But let's look at what's going to cause our unsettled conditions. So for today, we're fine. We have a ridge axis in place, tranquil conditions. Sure, it's a bit warmer, with temperatures in the lower to mid 80s along the coast, mid to upper 80s away from the coast. but nothing that is unusual for this time of year. As we move through the weekend, notice our Western Atlantic ridge kind of gets a little bit more amplified and stops any cold front boundary from being able to drop further south, whether that be at the surface or the mid-levels. Meanwhile, notice this 500 millibar pattern is basically almost zonal over the Great Lakes and the northern mid-Atlantic. So what you end up with is this frontal boundary that has no push, no ability to drop south. So it just hangs around. And with that, you get these little short waves rotating around, which you can see like this one here, and this one here, and this one there. And they instigate the potential for showers and thunderstorms. So that is essentially the theme for this upcoming weekend. And with plenty of moisture in the atmosphere, with precipitable water values ranging anywhere between 1 and 2, that's going to mean that these thunderstorms will be capable of some pretty heavy downpours if you happen to get hit with one. On the Mesoscale model guidance, which is basically like the NAM, the HRR guidance, you kind of get a better idea of what we're actually dealing with. Because the European model, which is a synoptic scale model, you could also use the GFS model as well in this scenario, they tend to not be able to provide details in terms of thunderstorms, because what you end up with is these bullseyes, it's convective feedback error. So you use the NAM guidance, for example, to kind of get a little bit better detail what we're dealing with here. And the theme that we're getting here is that these showers and thunderstorms will be scattered. There's going to be some locations that barely get any rain this weekend. Other locations, you could be looking at 2 inches of rain for some of these thunderstorms. So how do you plan for this weekend? Well, look, my suggestion is this. Do not cancel your plans, but definitely have some backup plans when and if you get hit with some thunderstorms. These thunderstorms will move through and drop through usually within 30 minutes, so it doesn't take out your entire day, but they will be capable of very heavy downpours, frequent lightning, and wind gusts over 40 miles per hour. So you want to be prepared. So you don't have to cancel, but you definitely want to be prepared for some of these showers and thunderstorms. It won't be a washout and probably not the best weekend for going to the beach, but you're definitely going to have the ability to at least have some barbecue and cook outside. Just, be prepared. That's the best way I could suggest for you. Because not everyone's going to get these thunderstorms, but those that do, well, it's going to be packing quite a punch. So for today, look for a sky cloud cover with temperatures rising into the lower to mid 80s along the coast, mid to upper 80s away from the coast. For tonight into tomorrow, look for a sky cloud cover, maybe some patchy fog as well. Look for lows in the mid to upper 60s over the interior, upper 60s to lower 70s along the coast. For tomorrow afternoon, look for sky cloud cover with isolated showers and thunderstorms developing, more likely towards the Poconos and Catskills, but you can't rule it out on the coast either. Look for temperatures to rebound very much. Lower to mid 80s on Long Island, mid to upper 80s on the coast, and upper 80s to lower 90s over the interior. How about the Delaware River Valley? Lower to mid 90s. So there's our heat surge in this weather pattern. But it doesn't last, because on Saturday, the cold front sinks a little bit further south to linger right over the region. It's going to lead to possibly some fog in the morning and scattered broken cloud cover with showers and thunderstorms a threat. Temperatures will rebound into the upper 70s to lower 80s over the interior, lower to mid 80s along the coast, and mid 80s in the Delaware River Valley. On Sunday, rinse and repeat. The frontal boundary hangs around, fog in the morning, a few scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Again, not a washout, but definitely be aware. Otherwise, scattered cloud cover can be expected with low temperatures ranging from the upper 50s to lower 60s over the interior, mid to upper 60s along the coast, upper 60s to lower 70s will be possible in some of your urban areas. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 80s over the interior, lower to mid 80s along the coast, and mid to upper 80s in the Delaware River Valley. On Monday, 4th of July, look for the threat for a few sky showers and thunderstorms. Not a washout again, but certainly be aware, as Mother Nature will provide its own fireworks at times, especially in the early evening. Otherwise, look for scattered cloud cover with low temperatures ranging from the upper 60s to lower 70s, and high temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 80s over the interior, lower to mid 80s along the coast, and upper 80s to lower 90s in the Delaware River Valley. On Tuesday and Wednesday, high pressure will build in from the north, providing scattered cloud cover and slightly cooler conditions. Look for low temperatures ranging from the upper 50s to lower 60s over the interior and mid to upper 60s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the upper 70s to lower 80s over the interior, upper 70s to lower 80s along the coast, and mid to upper 80s in the Delaware River Valley. And then finally on Thursday, another cold front will be on the move with the threat for widely scattered to isolated showers and thunderstorms. Low temperatures will range from the mid to upper 60s over the interior, upper 60s to lower 70s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the upper 70s to lower 80s along the coast, lower to mid 80s over the interior, and mid to upper 80s in the Delaware River Valley. That is your forecast discussion for today. Have a wonderful day and a great weekend. And as always, stay safe out there.